Scars. Every weekend and other days sometimes, Gunwar and I go to Lou's. It feels good to go, somewhere simple, to work and sing, and eat cookies with chocolate. Gunwar doesn't say so, but I think he is calmer on these days. Sometimes, he even whistles a radio song, or tells me jokes in English that I don't understand. Always, though, I laugh to make him happy. One afternoon, Gunwar and I rebuild a gate that's rotted away at the edge of the field. It's long work, and we sweat under our thick coats. The sun is still weary and weak, like a traveler too long on the road, but each day it's trying harder to warm the world. Gunwar wipes the sweat with his arm. The 6 lines etched in his forehead glisten. I will never have the Gar. I say suddenly. My words surprise me. It's an idea I've never let myself think about until now. The initiation ceremony is part of another place, a place I may never return to. You're lucky, Gunwar says. Why would you want such scars? Here they mean nothing. There they mean everything, I say. I lean on the fence. How will I know when I am a man? Gunwar keeps hammering. When you own a fine car and a house with many bathrooms, then you're a man in this country, he answers with a smile. It isn't so funny, I say. You've been tested and I haven't. You were brave. I look away. I don't want him to see my eyes and what lies hidden there. Me, I haven't been. Sure you have, Gunwar replies. You were in the camp alone. You came here alone. That's plenty brave. It doesn't take a knife in the hand of a village elder for you to prove yourself. I pick up my hammer and slam it against a rusty nail sticking out of a piece of wood. That's easy for you to say. After that, I won't talk anymore. But I hammer many nails as hard as I can. Even with my gloves on, I have a good, hurting blister to show for it. Bad news. More weeks pass. Something strange is happening to our world. I hear birdsong now, where only silence filled the air before. Tiny green hints dot the trees and bushes. The snow is getting smaller and grayer, like an old person whose time has passed. Dave says it's called spring. One morning, Lou calls us to come into her kitchen. A plate of warm chocolate cookies waits for us. I'm happy about this until I see Lou's ankle, covered with a thick white bandage. Sprained the dang thing last night, she says. Slipped in the barn. Do you have many pains, I ask. Nah, she waves away the question like a troublesome insect. But it's got me to thinking, boys. Even with your help, I just can't keep this place running anymore. Wish it weren't that way. I've been here a long, long time. It's time to sell and move on. Gunwar nods. He doesn't look surprised. It's okay, Lou. We knew it probably wouldn't last. I stare out the window. Where will you go? I ask in a whisper. When the farm is sold. Lou lifts her shoulders. I'm not sure. This has been my home for so long. I don't know anywhere else. I have a sister in Los Angeles. She makes a face. Not sure I could stand all the nice weather. What would I complain about? We can stay on as long as you need us, Gunwar says. He doesn't sound mad at all. He sounds like he is used to being disappointed. But what about Goal, I ask. My voice has a crack in it. Lou looks out the window, too. I don't know, Keck. They're going to build a strip mall. Won't be needing a cow, I'm guessing. She sighs. Goal is very old, tired animal. I don't think we'll be able to find anyone who wants her. I'm sorry, hon. I leap to my feet. My chair falls back with a loud thud. I hate it here, I scream. I want to go home. I run out the door and across the field towards the bus stop. I'm glad that Lou can't follow me with her sore foot. I'm sorry that I'm glad. And I'm mad that Gunwar isn't mad enough. No more. I stop working at Lou's. Gunwar keeps going to the farm, but he doesn't say anything to me about it. When he comes home with hay and mud stuck in the bottom of his running shoes, I leave the room. Lou calls for me on my aunt's telephone to see if I will change my mind, but I won't talk to her. She tells my aunt I'm a hard worker. She says that she and Goal miss my smile. One morning, Mr. Franklin says, "Hey, cowboy," and I almost start to cry. I say, "Please don't call me that anymore. I am just Keck now," but I don't tell him why. Hannah says I am cutting off my nose to spite my face. I don't know what this means, so she explains, "It means you're being a stubborn moron, boy." She looks a little sad when she says this, so I don't get mad at her. "Why don't you at least keep going for a while," she says. "It could be months before she leaves." "Because at the end I know Lou and Goal and the farm will be gone forever," I say. "Can't you understand this feeling?" Hannah chews on her lip. "Yeah, I guess I can," she says at last. I wonder if maybe she is thinking about her mother, who is not a foster, but I don't ask. Last day. The last day. The day is warm and the world begins again. I think of Goal nosing the ground, grateful to find tender grass appearing at her feet. After spring, Gonwar says, comes a time called summer, and no school, and sun strong as a young man. He says Lou may not leave until the summer ends, but I close my ears to his words. The last day of school, Miss Hernandez and Mr. Franklin put our desks into a circle. Miss Hernandez stands in the middle. "Here comes the speech," she says. We all groan. "That noise is the same in all language." She laughs. "I promise it will be a very short speech. I just want you to know that I am very proud of all of you. You have learned much and come far this year." She makes a funny sound in her throat, but I don't think she has a cold. "Like so many immigrants before you, I know you'll help make this country a better, stronger place." She wipes her eyes. "Okay, speech over." Mr. Franklin brings over a big box of plates, big box, and places it on a desk. Inside is a cake, an amazing long cake. I wonder if maybe it's the biggest cake in the world. "Ta-da!" he says. In the middle of the cake is a green lady with her arm in the air. She's holding a green candle. "Anybody recognize this old gal?" Mr. Franklin says. "The Statue of Liberty," everyone yells at once. "Who is she falling over?" "Why is she falling over?" Jamie asks. "Well, I'm a teacher, not a baker," says Mr. Franklin. "Maybe she's tired," Miss Hernandez suggests. "She has a big job after all." "Why does she have a dog?" Pedro asked. Mr. Franklin sighs loudly. "That isn't a dog, it's a cow. It's supposed to be Goal." He shrugs. "I thought it would be a nice touch." I look away. I still haven't told anyone at school that Goal will soon be gone. There are words all over the cake in green letters. Many words in squiggles. Before we eat the cake, Miss Hernandez says, we read. Everyone groans again, but she holds a finger to her lips, and you know that means business. Mr. Franklin lights a candle, and Miss Hernandez makes her voice extra soft, so that we will pay attention. That is a trick teachers like to use. These are important words, she says. They mean that this is your country now and forever. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. The candle glows in the green lady's hand, and I don't understand all the words, but somehow I know they're strong and fine. I wonder if someday it will feel like they are meant for me too. And then we eat the cake, all of it, except Goal.